everybody. This is Fred Quinones from qtheexperts at eXp Realty. Did you know about home inspections when you're a buyer in the state of Florida? Most residential contracts are done with an as-is contract. And as it states in the title of the contract, as-is contracts, you're generally purchasing the house in an as-is condition. Now, the beautiful thing about this contract is it does actually protect buyers in the state of Florida because you have what is called an inspection period. Normally in the state of Florida, inspection periods go for about 10 days. In a more competitive market, which we're in, depending upon the circumstances, it can be even shorter. But on the contract, it actually states 15 days, which normally is not going to get somebody under contract because there's a lot of competition. But during that inspection period, you, the client, the buyer, have the ability to walk away from the contract with no penalty and can cancel at any particular time during that inspection period because you have the right in that moment to decide by various ways whether or not the house is really what you were looking for. So what is your choices? Some people decide that they don't want a home inspection. They realize that one, it might give them a competitive edge when it comes to putting an offer. Some people really just love the home. We always recommend that our clients get a home inspection because what ends up happening is an inspector comes in and does an extraordinarily thorough job of looking at every corner, every angle, every nail, so to speak, of the house and create an inspection report to allow the buyer, you the client, the opportunity to understand if there's any underlying issues with the home that you weren't sure of. Generally the major topics of conversation with home inspections is what is called 4-point items. 4-point items are things that insurance companies look to have clean in that report to make sure that the house is insurable and there's no issues. Those 4 general topics is plumbing, electricity, air conditioning, and the roof. If all those things come back clear, most insurance companies will ask for a copy of the 4-point to make sure that they can give you any additional credits that are necessary. An inspector will also do something which is called a wind mitigation if you choose, and that is a good thing to do. One, to understand the stability of the roof, especially here in Florida, which is very important, but 2, also it can provide some credits for your home insurance, which will save you some money on your monthly payments. And then there's just a general home inspection itself, which is what, the inspector's generally doing, right? Now, with that, there could be additional things with the house that, people aren't sure of. For example, like maybe the house has a pool, right? Or, maybe the house has like something else going on with it. But generally a pool is a great example where, an inspector will just do a general kind of review of the pool at a high level. But if you wanted to make sure that the pool was completely intact, maybe you're buying a house that's a little older and the pool's been around for a little while, it is your choice as the client and buyer of the home to do additional, inspections for certain things like the pool, to make sure that the surface of the pool is not, in any way, for example, needing to be resurfaced. If the pumps are working, if the plumbing in the pool is fine. Living in Florida, there is definite termite issues to concern yourself with, especially if you're purchasing a home that's, a wood framed home. But wherever there's wood, termites can be there. So it's your choice if you'd like to do some further investigations and get a termite inspector to come in and look at the, frame of the home, make sure that there's no active termites. There's a lot of different things, and I've already mentioned about a wind mitigation, which allows you to get credits towards your insurance and also rates the quality of the roof installation. If there's additional things that you would like to look at beyond what the general inspector will do about the HVAC, your air conditioner, central AC, you can reach out and ask for an HVAC, a qualified technician to come in and take a look at the home as well. You can have, a licensed electrician do some further investigations for your own purposes. The reality is that there's so many different things depending upon the house that you can have looked at, but it is your time to investigate and understand what is important to you to make sure that you are making the right decision for you and your family when you go to invest in this property. So, of course, we will be in that process, and what we generally do is we'll review the report ourselves, have you review the report. The inspector generally reviews it with you if you go there in person during the inspection. And then after that, we collectively get together, we review it, and we present some inspection repairs that we deem are important to you. If there are 4-point items that I've mentioned, again, AC, roof, electric, plumbing, that come up and cause the 4-point inspection to fail in any way, it's important in many cases for you, the buyer and the client, that we recommend that you have the seller repair those items, because it could disqualify you in some cases from getting homeowners insurance. And if you're purchasing a home that has financing, if you don't have homeowners insurance, you don't have a house, because the lender will not allow you to purchase the house without it. So once again, the inspection period is a very important time for you to understand and determine whether you want to move forward. It protects you in an as-is contract to make sure that you have the time to make the decision. So it's appropriate and good, depending on the circumstances, to understand what is the right time that you need to make sure that you can make that decision, but yet also be competitive enough to stand out with all the other offers that are coming up in this very competitive market. So if you have a little bit more questions about how the buying process occurs, you want to understand a little bit more about inspections when you're getting ready to purchase, by all means, call me, Fred Quinones, or Nicole Quinones at qtheexperts at eXp Realty. We'd be more than honored to answer any of the questions you have. You can reach us at 727-291-1710, and we'll hope to help you out. So until then, have a great day, and we will see you next week. All right? Bye.